you sound like just the people they need.
Well, yes,
why should we be looking elsewhere? Because you have the experience, you know what you're talking about, you know what you expect. So why are we bringing in?
The problem is,
why are we bringing other people in?
The problem is the two of us have basically been propping up Carnival for the last 2 years, right? Two of us, no paid staff, us two and a number of other volunteers. Now, that is no way to run an event that size.
But this is the story of our lives. All of us who have been involved in various functions of all kinds, we started it and we have to continue. Because if we don't, where are we getting the people from?
Now,
where are they coming from?
We have talented youngsters in our community. We went through an exercise a few weeks ago where we interviewed prospective new people, and there was some really interesting, brilliant young people who are the Carnival leaders of tomorrow. And that's one of the things Carnival hasn't done particularly well in the past. It hasn't groomed people to come in behind the older lot, because most of the people that are running Carnival now are on their way out, and they're not leaving a legacy behind.
And I think one of the key problems we face today is the problem of financial resources. Because if you have money, you can attract whoever you wish. I have a full-time job. I sit on another board in addition to Carnival. Chris also have a full-time commitment. So Carnival is not our primary function. At the end of the day, we have to set priorities. However, we also have to ensure that this event succeed. So when one talks about the success of Carnival and why certain things haven't been done the way it's supposed to be done, we have to realize people are volunteering their time, and we are continuing to ask people to do so because we haven't got the financial capacity to engage with full-time staff. I think historically we have had that in the past. Chris can elaborate on that. And for some strange reason, the proper governance structure or whatever hasn't been put in place, so it did not deliver the results that we expected.
Well, I wish you gentlemen well, and I shall keep looking on, but unfortunately all the things you talk about bringing new people in, I usually bring new people in, I hear the sound of running feet. I hope you don't suffer from the running feet syndrome as well, because they come in and they sit in meetings and they tell you all kinds of, they can do all the planning in their minds. When they've got to get down to it and roll up their sleeves, that's another story. Well, I only hope you've got the right people. But let's come to another subject. We had a meeting here and we've unveiled the new High Commissioner. What do you think?
Well, it's a pleasure to have a High Commissioner appointed to the High Commission in London once again, because we have had a vacant position for quite a while now, since I think John Jeremy left. I was very impressed by her ability to communicate. She seemed to have a wealth of experience, and my only hope and prayer is that with the new governance that transition that taking place in Trinidad and Tobago today, that this do not lead to an immediate change.
Well, I wouldn't go rushing down to Ladbrokes on that one, but the thing about it is, what about my point that she has had many years of experience, so she might have had quite a lot of enemies as well. So who may take a chance to wreak revenge.
Well, I think in life we all have strengths, weaknesses. We'll all have friends and enemies. And there's an old saying where probably you keep your enemies closer than your friends. So it's about managing that. And I'm sure listening to her, I'm sure she have the competency to manage whatever come forth her way. I'm confident, after meeting someone for probably an hour or so, it's not often I would walk away and say, well, yes, I feel confident, but in this occasion, I feel confident that because she was able to answer any question that was thrown at her, and even answer your question.
Answer my question. Well, I must say that I tend to agree with you, but I always look at the worst pattern case. You know, I never look at the best, and I'm just thinking, because the way Trinidad has normally behaved with these things, we have been getting a lot of people who have not been career diplomats. So I don't know. It's a very confused situation. So whether we will continue to have...
Well, it will be an irony. You know, I mean, I don't think John Jeremy was a career diplomat.
No, he wasn't.
I don't think the previous High Commissioner
no,
was.
No, he wasn't. That's the thing.
But so the irony will be the first time we'll get a career diplomat, if she gets moved, then it will be sending out a very strange signal, because, I mean, I can't pretend I know what her politics are, but she's clearly got a lot of experience and a long background in public administration. So, on the face of it, she seems to be, you know, an officer, someone who's risen up through the ranks of the civil service. And so, you know, I think it would be difficult but not impossible, for them to recall her. Yeah. But as she said to us not so long ago, when we put the question to her, how long do you think you're going to be here? She said, well, I honestly don't know. It's a matter for the Prime Minister.
Yeah. Well, we never act like other countries, you know, so really and truly, I would say, don't go rushing down to Ladbrokes.
Well, I think we have a new administration that say they are for the people, so probably they need to listen to the people, and what we are saying as the people of London, we need continuity. We need someone to be here, such as Ms. Joseph Harris, or Her Excellency Joseph Harris, to continue to build on, pick up the pieces that have been, you know, created over the past.
I think there's a lot of work that needs to be done in this commission. I mean, it's, you know, the staff are lovely people, but in the same way I think that Carnival needs to move up a gear, so does the High Commission, and she presents like the kind of person that might be able to do that. So, you know, I think that they should give her a chance.
Yeah. And another key strength of hers is her background in security, and the British media tend to focus on the crime that's taking place in Trinidad, or the negatives, and this is someone that could challenge some of the stuff that we get seen reported on a daily basis, or however frequent, through the various media. When I talk about the media, I'm talking about the internet, the newspaper, not just the broadsheets. Someone with an in-depth knowledge, so someone who can really raise the bar and hold that discussion, and really help to promote Trinidad in a better light.
Okay, thank you very much. I hope they all look at the website, Red 5599. You'll be on there, and let's hope for the best. But as I said, Trinidad will never fail to surprise you.
I'm sure not. Yes. Thanks.
Well,